Action. Camera. Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am Wynton, and we are here. Roosevelt, my cameraman, is beside me. And it's really nice to join you. So today I'm going to show you how to make
I hear an echo from somebody else's phone, maybe.
I think it's Roosevelt. He got to be on mute if he's next to you. You got two devices.
he is muted. But that's nice.
It might be coming through your
He may
computer.
even have to turn his sound off.
Yeah.
Like he has to disconnect and have no sound, actually, and just use your phone.
So what I've got for you today, I'll wait till he does that. Sorry.
No problem.
Yes.
You're killing the hair, Wynton. You know I love that.
Thank you.
Yes.
I had to do my own barber, you know?
Roosevelt will have to disconnect Wynton.
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna wait, because that's painful.
Okay. Just when he calls back in, just don't select either one. Yeah.
Okay, I guess the echo is gone now.
Yep.
Okay.
We just need you to be a little louder, please.
Okay. So today I'm going to share my spinach kale salad, and I'm happy to share it with you. No, that's somewhere else because
Can everybody else mute their phones, please? That's not speaking.
May
Ivan,
logged
you may
in
have
with
to
their
mute
phone.
them.
Okay.
Ivan, just mute
If
them.
anybody's logged in with their phone and computer, you got to turn one off.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to mute everyone right now except Wynton. Just give me 1 second. Okay, Wynton?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it better?
Yeah, I got everybody muted except you.
Okay. So today, now everybody has received the recipe prior to now, so I just wanted to show you the ingredients
Ooh, that looks nice.
for the salad. There's kale, spinach, celery, green grapes, and then we have the carrots, the blueberries, the strawberries, and kiwi. Now I'm going to actually get all of that. I've pre-chopped, so I'm going to get that and I'm going to start adding it to the bowl and I'll show you. So prior to all of that, of course, you have to wash all the fruit and vegetables. So what's important are your materials and, oh, I see what you're doing. So it's important to have a colander or a strainer, whichever you call it, and multiple sizes. So I'm usually doing 3 to 4 different, 5 different ingredients. So I have multiple colanders going at once. So it's important to wash each vegetable under running water for 20 to 30 seconds, either rubbing it or brushing it, just trying to clear the debris away. Don't use soap on your vegetables or your fruit, or disinfectant. Once you wash all your fruit, what's really important is to towel dry it to make certain that it's dry. The drier your fruit and vegetables are going into the salad, the longer the salad will last. The more water it is, the faster it will start to decay. So this has all been washed and chopped and ready for salad making. So this is the kale and the spinach. I'm going to add it to the dish. Now, usually I'm fixing a large salad for a large amount of people. So I usually start preparing in something that I can store it in nicely in the refrigerator. So that way I'm fixing it, I can close it up and stick it right in the refrigerator. But for today, I'm using a nice ceramic bowl. I always start with the base, which is always the greens. All the antioxidants and vitamins are in here, and you can use any greens that you like. A few years ago, I was on a vegan program and I actually used collard greens. That's a tough, leafy green vegetable to eat raw, but I did it because it was part of the process that I was using to cleanse and lower my cholesterol and whatnot. If you were to use collard greens, I would only recommend you using a small amount because raw collard greens is tough and it's bitter. But spinach is sweet and it's light if you like romaine, but there have been so many issues with romaine as far as, you know, it's had problems with it, right? I can't, I lost the word that I'm thinking about. But in the grocery stores, they've had a lot of recalls. That's the word I was looking for. A lot of recalls on romaine lettuce. So I don't use romaine. I kind of stick with the spinach. And I've started using kale more because spinach has a lot of oxalate in it, which kind of keeps calcium from absorbing in the body. So I stopped using spinach as much. But for today, I'm making a spinach kale salad. So here's our base. So I'd like to add all the green things first. So we've got spinach. And that's 2 cups of spinach I used and 1 cup of kale. This is like a salad for 2. Here is a 1/4 cup of celery that I'm going to add.
Can you lower your camera? We can't see your, like we can see Roosevelt's trying, either we put it on his camera or yours. Go, your camera's too high, we can't see your salad.
So bring the phone out a little bit. Can you see, is that better?
For your phone, whatever phone you're looking into.
Okay, so it's the
Yeah, that's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty.
Oh, yeah.
So do you need Rose's phone or no?
No.
Now we're talking.
Okay, good.
Looks pretty.
Yeah.
You should use your phone.
Like, yeah.
All right, so you see the celery in there. Thank you for speaking up on that. There's the celery. Here are the, I don't know how many grapes I said, 10 grapes and 2 kiwi, right?
Yeah.
Here's the kiwi. You can see all of that, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm adding that.
So Wynton, you're saying you drain your kiwi and your grapes as well as the vegetables?
See this little bit of juice that's in there?
Yep.
I'm not gonna pour that in right now.
Okay.
Okay. It's mostly you want the juice from the fruit, but you don't want it like wet from the water that you've washed it with. You definitely want the juice of the fruit, but you don't want water.
Got it. Thank you.
All right, so we've got all the green things in there. Now we're gonna go with the other colors. And this is a salad that is high in many minerals and antioxidants and vitamins. So the strawberries, the carrots, and the blueberries. And if you're allergic to something, you can swap out any fruit or vegetable that you'd like to add. I enjoy all the colors. The more colors, the more vitamins. Normally I would be mixing, because normally I'm chopping something, adding it to the bowl. I very rarely do I have everything like this all at once when I'm by myself. If I have a sous chef, then I'm able to do it kind of like this. But a lot of times my sous chefs, I've had many, they get tired because you see how small everything is chopped, right?
Mhm.
Not many people want to take the time to chop this small. But what I enjoy in a salad is a bite of everything in each forkful or each spoonful. So I'm going to mix this. So that's the reason I chop so small, because I think you should get a bite of it all in every forkful, every spoonful.
And Wynton, what if you don't like kale? Is there another option with to mix with the spinach?
Just do spinach. Any
Got
of
it.
them, arugula, any of the greens that you like.
Got it.
You can even use iceberg with the spinach.
No,
I
no.
would just recommend you chop it really small because otherwise, one thing will be in the way of the other. Occasionally I will use a tomato. Occasionally I will put onions. What happens with the tomato is it's high in acid and it will age your salad quickly. Onions, the flavor takes over. So I make a big salad and I want it to last all week when it's just for the family. So I don't put those things in there because I want the flavors of all these ingredients to be present as opposed to the onion taking everything over.
Hey, Wynton, have you ever put that in the smoothie, that mixture right there?
Yeah, this is the same stuff that we make our smoothies with.
Okay, okay.
Sometimes we'll have beets with it, or I might put a sweet potato in there, a banana, oranges, lemons, you name it. Whatever fruit or vegetable, you can put it in the smoothie as well.
Great.
The difference is in the smoothie, we have much more greens than, well, we make two different kinds of smoothies. The smoothie I make has much more vegetables than fruit because of the sugar content. So it'll be much more green. So you see how I'm mixing.
Mm-hmm.
And you see how it's wet?
Yes.
Can you see that it's wet?
Yeah. That wetness is from the juices from the fruit?
Exactly. And, whatever little bit of water that I didn't, wasn't able to pat it dry from. Many people like salad dressings and haven't crossed over to eating a salad without a dressing. I don't have a salad dressing or use salad dressings. One, because they're high in fat and sugar. If you wanted to make your own salad dressing, it would be healthier for you. Even the low fat or the low cal, if they have less sugar, they've added more salt. If it has less salt, they've added more sugar. So you really have to be careful with the salad dressings. And with this, because of all these wonderful flavors and textures, if you just plop salad dressing over it, you can miss the beauty of the salad. So I would recommend, if you just cannot have a salad without salad dressing, I would recommend oil and vinegar or like a tablespoon of Italian dressing, if you just want to have a salad dressing. Okay, so now this is the base of it. This is everything that I would put in there for this particular salad. I have pumpkin seeds and pistachios. I love that on top of the salad, or mixed in. I would normally do it mixed in, but some people are allergic, so it's best to have this on the side unless you know how everybody's system works. Then I have, and then it's a matter of choice. These seeds and nuts are nice because they're small, so it's easy to get one in every bite. Like I said, I like that theme of having everything cut and being small. Whatever nuts you enjoy, like here's macadamia, there's walnuts, and then there are the other seeds in there too, pecans and almonds. Whatever you enjoy, you make it your own personal salad. But just be careful because, people do have nut allergies if you're going to have guests. So the next part would be all the different seasonings. So I add seasonings, and that's what ups the flavor and really brings out the flavor of the fruits and the vegetables as well.
Excuse me, Wynton, I hate
yeah.
to do this, but I was going to say they need to move your camera back so we can see you and the food. Because, yeah, if somebody moves your camera back, I'm sorry.
I'm going to, thank you. What I'm going to do is show you the different seasonings. You have all kinds of options. It depends on what you like, okay? So I have salt. The seasonings over here. Can you see the seasonings?
No, we can't. Can you?
Yeah, Roosevelt needs to hold your phone.
Yeah, Roosevelt should be the cameraman.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can see it.
Go down a little bit, please. Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
gotta go down a little. Thank you.
You fancy. Look at all
Good.
that.
I
Super
pulled
fancy.
everything out because I want you to know that, you can use whatever seasoning you want, and you're only using a little bit. It's really just to kind of kick up the salad another notch. These are the different salts. So this is a sea salt, and I've had this for several years, so you see how much I use.
Oh, thank you.
Over 5 years, right? Then there's the pink Himalaya salt, there's the Goya adobo. Pay close attention to the amount of sodium that's in whatever salt you use, whether you're using Himalaya salt, sea salt, Lowry's, all of these different flavors that have sodium in it. Pay close attention to how much sodium is in that seasoning, because sodium, we need sodium in our body, but we don't always need as much as we tend to eat. So be very careful about that. The amount of sodium I think that's required is like 1 teaspoon, which is like 2,300 milligrams. And we usually take in a lot more than that. So I don't want you to make this healthy side dish unhealthy by adding too much sodium. So I want to show you the array. So these are the different salts. You can use Slap Your Mama. You can use, you can add basil or oregano. I like spicy, so I like Caribbean spices. I like Indian spices, so I use a lot of curry. I use a Jamaican jerks seasoning sometimes. Red pepper, the red crushed pepper, cayenne pepper, cilantro flakes you can add, or you can actually add fresh cilantro. Let's see what else. This is a time where you can sprinkle flaxseed or some of the other seeds that are very healthy for you. You can sprinkle it in and it doesn't even change the flavor. It just helps you. I even put the hot sauce out here because you can mix this with the oil and vinegar and make your own spicy, healthy version of a salad dressing. And I have some honey here and lemon. And then, just some traditional salad dressings. As I said, I would go light with, this is a red wine vinaigrette, and this one is an avocado garden herb vinaigrette. So they're both pretty light, but really a teaspoon of it, and then you really stir and mix and stir and mix. So the key is not to just have a blob of dressing on top of your salad, but to have some flavor sifted all the way through the salad and mixed nicely through the salad. And that is the spinach kale salad.
Nice. What kind of blender is that,
Wynton, good
Wynton?
job.
Oh, it's a Vitamix.
Vitamix, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we make our smoothies with.
It looks good. The salad looks good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it does.
So Wynton, I have a question. How long will that salad last?
This salad, the recipe that I gave you,
No, I mean as far as being preserved in the refrigerator and stuff.
Oh, okay. So Rose always asks me, why do you have the refrigerator set so low?
I read about this a while
I
back.
make the salad, and remember I said draining it is real important. To pat the leaves dry, pat the vegetables dry, and have as much water off of the ingredients as possible. That will help preserve the salad. Also, having something
Concerns, obviously.
airtight. You know how to burp. You all know how to burp the thing. The air out after you seal it. That's important. The less oxygen that's in there, less water that's in there, the longer it will last. Is somebody asking me something?
Now somebody's phone. I'm trying to mute that person that has background noise.
Oh, okay.
I think I got him.
Right. So the back of your refrigerator is the coldest part of the refrigerator, but be careful because you don't want it to freeze in the back of the refrigerator. So it really depends on, to answer your question, it depends on your refrigerator. It depends on how you've prepared the salad. It depends on how much water is in there. It depends on what you're storing it in.
Okay.
I would say, like if I make a large salad like this and I put it in this container, we'll have it for a week.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
By the 7th or 8th day, you might start to see the age of it. But usually, if the refrigerator is not held open long, if the top's put on there properly, it lasts and it's fresh. It's like new the 5th day, as if it were the first day.
Okay. So two things that I do. I have a salad bowl, and in that salad bowl is a insert that goes into it, and it creates like a height difference from the bottom. And then it also has a filter on the lid. So it allows air to circulate and come through the container.
Right.
And I think that may give you a little bit more life if you use that.
Right, right. The only thing with that, and that's really doing the same things that I mentioned about drying your salad off, making sure it's tight. It's doing the same thing. There's one thing that you can do, like what happens each day, you're gonna get more juice at the bottom of the salad, which is what you're talking about. You can,
Gotcha.
let me show you. You can move the salad to one side,
Yeah.
tilt your bowl, and
Yeah.
put a paper towel in there and drain that out.
Okay.
Okay, because that's, it's the sediment of the liquids draining from it.
So the key is to keep it dry while it's in the container.
Right, and you see how dry this is looking. It's wet because of the juices and whatnot, but you see there's nothing running from it.
Right.
But, over a few days, there will be more liquid.
Okay.
So Wynton, you had mentioned earlier for people like me that like to have a salad